Hey everyone, welcome to Three Kingdoms Games video on MTG Arena. We are playing Thousand Year Storm. So we're going to try to storm off today using some standard cards that are in guilds. Let's just go through the deck really quickly and then let's just jump into the game. Okay, so the whole idea of the Thousand Year Storm is to basically be able to um, cast this card, Thousand Year Storm. Okay, so Thousand Year Storm allows me to, whenever I cast an instant or sorcery spell, I can copy for each other instant or sorcery spell that I've cast before this turn. So I can cast if I cast an instant or sorcery spell like the second time, I can double the number of spells of that particular spell. So if I cast shock, there'll be two shocks, and the third spell I cast during that turn, there would be three shocks and four shocks, etc., etc. So you can see the great, how powerful this effect can be if you're able to chain link a whole bunch of small, cheap spells together and get some effects, right? So that's key number one. The key is to be able to land Thousand Year Storm and be able to cast it without it being countered or without being removed. Secondly, you have a whole bunch of different, very small, not small, lower CMC cast mana spells that allows you to do a number of different things. So I have some ops in here, okay, allows me to scry, draw a card. Shocks, which is one of our win cons because it allows me to shock anything on the board, right? So if I can cast shock as my 15th spell, right, during that turn, then I would be able to copy it 15 times and then deal 30 damage to any target that I want, including the opponent. Okay, Mission Briefing is a great card because it allows me to ramp up to the number of spells I can cast. So if I cast Mission Briefing first, the next spell that I cast will be the second spell. And Mission Briefing allows me to cast spells from the graveyard, which is great. Radical Idea allows me to draw a card, very simple, and the Jumpstart ability is great as well. Search for Escanta. I have two in here in this deck because it allows me to kind of just search through my deck to kind of find the cards that I want. Lightning Strike, another one of our win cons, deals damage to any target. Discovery Dispersal, it's another one of our search spells, right? It allows us to be able to search through our deck. But the dispersal part is also interesting as well because that part also allows us to play some defense, right? So if I'm able to cast dispersal as the third spell, I'm able to basically bounce stuff from my opponent's board and have them discard cards from their hand. Okay, Unmoored Ego is interesting. Imagine having a janky win. I've actually done this once where I was able to cast Unmoored Ego as the fifth spell on my turn and be able to exile my opponent's win conditions. Both from the graveyard, from their hand, or from their library. So that was an interesting one. It was a fun one. But I would say the second most important card, or second and third most important card in this deck, it would be Pirate's Pillage. Pirate's Pillage allows me to create artifact tokens. Sorry, artifacts that allows me to sacrifice those artifacts and create mana. Right. So imagine if I was able to cast Pirate's Pillage multiple times, creating multiple sets of treasure tokens to therefore continue my mana to fuel me storming off, right? And then this also is true for Brass's Bounty. I included one of them in here. The only reason why I only have one is because it's a very expensive spell. It costs 7. Let's go over the land base. The land base, I have some islands, some mountains, and then some dual lands: Drowned Catacombs, Water Graves, Steam Vents, and Sulphur Falls. Now, let's take a look at the sideboard. You'll notice that the sideboard, there's no sideboard whatsoever. And the main reason why there is no sideboard is because this deck is extremely easy to sideboard against. So once you know the whole trick of this deck, then it's easy for our opponents to be able to kind of focus on Thousand Year Storm and stop us from casting it, or be able to bring in their enchantment removal and get rid of it. So that's why the only time I play this deck is when I play it in a singleton match on Magic Arena, which is exactly what we're going to be doing today. Okay, so let me go back to home. Let me discard my changes and let's go play. So we're going to play Thousand Year Storm, and let's see how we do today. Yeah, I mean this deck is super fun to play. The only problem is that it's not a standard 3 game type of match that you want to play this on. Let's see. I think this is okay. Now it's kind of slow. If we're playing against like a really aggressive deck, then we would get kicked really hard. But that being said, let's try it. I have a Scanta, so I can kind of go through my deck on turn 2. Opt to kind of find enough more lands, or maybe even find my Thousand Year Storm. Yeah, let's keep this. Uh-oh. Aggro deck. This is going to be very difficult for me to win because they're very fast. So let's cast Op on our turn. It doesn't matter if it's our turn or their turn. Okay, let's just keep that on, and let's draw it and pass the turn. Yeah, we're gonna need some answers for this mono red goblin deck. This is gonna be rough. This is gonna be rough. Let's put down a Scanta for now. And then we're going to take 3. Yeah. Now the nice thing about this deck is that it allows us to, let's put this in the graveyard. It allows us to do one-shot kills, right? You can literally kill somebody in one shot. So right now we have about 5 turns to do it. I doubt we're going to come back from this unless we're able to remove their board. But let's see, right? Who knows? Let's do. Let's play Steam Vents tapped. Let's Discovery Dispersal and find something. Let's hope we can find some removal. I don't want the opt. I want the land though. Yeah, let's take the land. And then we're going to take another 3, perhaps 4, if he casts a hasty creature. No, we're going to take 3. Oh, nothing to cast. Interesting. Let's put Steam Vents in the graveyard. Wow, we are flooded. Flooded. What should we do? Should we cast Unborn Ego? Maybe get rid of something? Get rid of, or at least just take a look through his deck, right? So let's do that. What do we get rid of? Let's say Siege Gang Commander. That way we leave a blue for opt. Let's go Siege Gang Commander. I think he's got some in here. He does. Ship and Fire, Demanding Dragon. Okay, so let's get rid of Siege Gang. In his library, he's got 2 more Siege Gangs. I don't think he's got anything in his graveyard. So let's take a look through his library. He's got some Shocks. He's got Gutter Snipe, Lightning Strike. Oh, so this is the... No. I thought this would be the Experimental Frenzy deck. Okay, no, that's okay. So we'll get rid of those 3. Oh, did he just draw? He drew a mountain? Did he draw a mountain? Ugh. So that means he's going to be able to cast the dragon. Demanding Dragon. Come on. Get rid of Radical Idea. Are we able to one-shot him? First of all, we put the Fine Thousand Year Storm first. Yeah, with the Fine Thousand Year Storm, and then we have to be able to have enough mana to be able to cast it. He found the mountain, so it deals 5 damage. We're pretty much dead. You know what? I'm gonna concede. Concede. There's no point. I mean, it's too fast. This deck is too fast, and we're just playing jank for a singleton. Like so, I don't know why people are playing single matches using like decks like that. So let's try again. You know, it's playing Magic is not necessarily you don't always have to win all the time, all right? But one like for me, it's kind of cool to be able to just run that combo and be able to play that combo and say, hey, look, I did it. I was able to I had a plan, I had a strategy, and it was able to run that strategy through to its endpoint. Actually, I like this hand a lot. So we have 4 lands. I know we're kind of flooded a little bit, but we have ops to be able to find stuff. 1,000-Year Storm, if we get a couple more lands, and Pirate's Pillage. That's perfect. So I'll keep this. Hopefully, our opponent isn't playing a fast Goblin deck or like a token deck or something that's extremely fast. I'm gonna, in case they are playing something quickly, I'm gonna enter. I'm gonna play Watery Grave tapped. Please, be like a Niv Mizzet deck or a control deck. Please do something other than being something fast. Blue. Okay, I mean blue's good. I think, right? Blue looks good. Okay, so I'm gonna pass the turn, and then I'm gonna opt on his end step. Again, it doesn't really matter, but just kind of show him that we might have a Essence Scatter or something like that if he's playing blue tempo or whatever. Blue black. Okay, so Thought Erasure type of deal. Sinister Sabotage. Let's opt. If I get another 1,000-Year Storm, I think I might keep it, because if he has Thought Erasures, then I'm gonna have to play around Thought Erasures and any spell that stops me from makes me discard. Should I keep this island? Yeah, let's keep this island, because the other one, this other opt, might give us something better. Come on. What are you doing, opponent? I think I'm going to bottom that, because I already have a lot of lands. Oh, and it gives me Steam Vents anyway. All right, that's fine. My turn. Let's play the Steam Vents tapped, and then we can Radical Idea on their end step. Disinformation campaign is a difficult one for us. I mean, I guess we can get rid of like a mountain, right, or a land or an island, but the key here is that we need to play around his counters. Right now, he doesn't have Sinister Sabotage mana, so he can't counter that. But if he has Syncopate, then we have to play around that, right? I'm just wondering. I mean, he definitely has some counters in his hand, I think. So let's Radical Idea. Counter, please. Please. So he definitely has something that he can play, an instant that he can play. Otherwise, MTG wouldn't stop there. Shock's good. Okay, my turn. Okay, so we're slowly building up our mana base, right? We're slowly doing it. Like I said, I'm just worried about that counter for 1,000-Year Storm. But we'll see. Let's. Should we play Pirate's Pillage now? And let's see if he counters it. Yeah, let's do that. Let's play Pirate's Village. And let's get rid of a mountain. I mean, if he counters it, it's fine, right? That means that we get at least get one counter away from his deck, from his hand, I mean. If he doesn't counter it, then then that's fine too, right? We draw 2 cards and we create 2 treasures. So either way is good for us. Syncopate. See, there's the one card that I think, and the worst thing is that Syncopate, it exiles the card, so it's not in our graveyard. So we can't bring it back with Mission Briefing. But he's probably thinking, what the heck is this guy playing? Okay, he now has Sinister Sabotage mana. Come on, 1,000-Year Storm. Come on, 1,000-Year Storm. Kite Sail Freebooter. Oh my goodness. Goodness. Well, it doesn't matter. He can take shock. If he takes 1,000 Year Storm, Freebooter dies next turn anyway, so it comes back to my hand. Man, but now he knows. Now he knows, right? What we're doing. Now he knows. What do we have in our graveyard? We have ops, and radical ideas. Okay, so let's play that. Let's. I'm gonna leave up shock for now. I can shock him anytime I want, really, to be honest. So let's pass a turn. We can shock him on his end step. Sorry, shock Kitesail Freebooter on his end step, and then bring 1,000 Year Storm back, and then we play the island, and then on our turn we play 1,000 Year Storm. Hopefully he casts something on this turn. Like, I don't know, Doom Whisperer? Doom Whisperer would be perfect if, you know, if we're able to land 1,000 Year Storm. He's just going to pass. He's not even going to attack. What is he doing? Should we kill it? He's got a counter for sure. You know what? I'm going to hold on. I'm going to hold back. So I'm going to see what I draw. Oh, that's good too. Shock. So I'm going to play the island. So I now have 2 shocks. Okay, I'm going to pass turn. Let's see what he does. So we're actually ahead on mana right now. So like he can't cast, and he's waiting to counter stuff. For sure he's waiting to counter something. It's just right now. Come on, give him a land. Give him a land so he can cast some stuff. I mean, we could play the long game. As long as he's missing his land drops, we can play the long game much better than he can, I think. No, he's passing again. He is passing. Nice. Well, you know what? I think I'm going to shock it. Shock his Kitesail. He can counter it. Hopefully he counters it. Then we draw land next turn. Then we shock it, and then we play it. We play 1,000 Year Storm. That would be the plan. Return target non-land permanent to its owner's hands. Sure. That's fine. Resolve. My turn. So now he can't even syncopate. He can't syncopate. I mean, unless he has negate, but we got to go for it, right? Boom. It does. It comes down. Yes. Now, if he has another one, if he has another disperse, that might be problematic, right? But let's see if we're able to untap with it. Let's see. Hopefully. So that, step 1 accomplished, right? Mission 1 accomplished. Our ability to be able to land 1,000 Year Storm. Now he's going to cast it again. I'm thinking he's going to take shock. I'd be surprised if. Well, I mean, he might take mission briefing. I mean, mission briefing is pretty powerful in itself. Let's resolve. But then if he takes mission briefing, I can always shock his freebooter to get mission briefing back, right? So I think, what was he taking? He's going to take either one. It doesn't matter, because next turn, if I'm mission brief, I have a shock in the graveyard. I have a shock in the graveyard that I can bring back to kill it. So, of course, he takes mission briefing. That's fine. Now if he has another Kitesail freebooter come out, then I'd be like, what the heck? Like, what do I do now? But so far, if he doesn't cast anything right now, it seems okay. Passing. Ooh, nice. So let's do this. Let's shock his Kitesail. Oh, by the way, one thing I hope you guys know. So let's say I cast a spell and he counters the spell. Thousand Year Storm, the copies cannot be countered. That's what's cool about it. So that's kind of neat. All right, that's good. So let's what do we have in our graveyard? We just have shocks and radical ideas, and well, we have ops. Okay, let's do that. Let's ops. So let's do this. Let's mission brief. And I don't I don't want Thousand Year Storm, and I don't want Drown Catacombs. And I'm going to opt. Ooh. Ooh. Let's draw Unmoored Ego. Let's draw Unmoored Ego. And let's do this, the other opt. Should we do the other opt? Yeah, let's do the other opt. Okay, so let's cast the first opt. We get to opt twice. Oh, sorry, 3 times. We draw Unmoored Ego. We put the second Unmoored Ego on the bottom. We draw an opt, and let's draw the mission briefing. That's good. And then let's opt again. We do it 4 times. Discovery. Yeah, let's keep it. We're looking for low, cheap spells now, right? Wow, lots of. So let's put this one on the bottom. Come on, give me a shot. Well, search is good. Lightning Strike is good. Let's keep Lightning Strike. Steam Vents. Let's take the land. Let's take the land. Let's play Steam Vents. Let's tapped. Let's do Lightning Strike. And let's do it to him 5 times. 2, 3, 4, 5. So this is kind of the cool part of the spell. Now, it's not a one-shot, but unless he's able to do something next turn, I think he's pretty much dead. So it's, yeah. I mean, he could cast Kite Sail Freebooter again. It doesn't really matter because we have Lightning Strike, we have Mission Briefing, we can do a Discovery Dispersal. We can even Radical Idea, get rid of Search for Ascanta. We have enough mana out on the board right now, and we have enough cards in the graveyard. Like we have multiple shocks, we have lightning strikes. Yeah, I mean, he's pretty much dead in the water. There's nothing that he can do to save himself from my lightning strikes. And our opponent scoops it up. There you go. So that's the power of Thousand Year Storm, folks. And I like it. I like I like this deck because it allows me to play the combo, this really cool combo, and it allows you to think. Right? It's a thinking man's deck. It's not something that you can just It's not like a burn deck where you can just blah, and just play all the burn spells in your hand. So this is kind of a cool version of a burn deck, which I like playing. So everyone, if you guys enjoy the video, please click the like button and also subscribe to the channel, as we have different types of videos on the channel. If you guys are also free, come visit one of our 2 stores that we have in the Greater Toronto area. My name is Danny, and I'll see you soon. All right, bye.